Greetings and welcome to Flavourful Eats. Today I have Pervin Chowdhury again. We're doing 2 vegetables, a leavened bread and a dessert. So again, we'll call this Bengali 2 food.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's from Bangladesh food. And
Okay.
also we make this every day most of the time whenever you feel like eating. The roti I'm going to make most of the time we use as a breakfast.
Okay.
But it's you can use for dinner, lunch, whatever you want.
Right.
First, I'm going to show the spice what I'm using. I'm using all this this spice for all my food, for dessert and my bread, everything. So I have
Cardamom and cinnamon.
cardamom, cinnamon, raisin, and this is green chili pepper, and this is
Panchapooran, you call it.
Panchapooran. It's like a 5 kind of spicy which is mixed. You can go to any like grocery store and you can just tell them it's Panchapooran and you can get that.
And if you don't have if you don't get a chance to go, if you have yellow mustard seeds, kalunji seeds, which is black onion, which we used last time as well, right?
Right.
Mustard seeds, fennel seeds, and cumin seeds.
Right.
Then you make your own mix together. That's what it is.
And
that's the 5 spices.
This is salt for taste, and turmeric, and this is dry chili red chili pepper, and bay leaf. And I have some butter. I'm cooking squash and okra today, and also I'm making a bread. And this is I have like for onion and garlic. I'll show you how much I'm going to use it for.
Right. So right now you're starting off with your roti.
Yes.
Parotta.
So I'm gonna do not too much. Just eat like this is a cup, and this is a flour I'm gonna use. So
what type of flour are you using?
you can use wheat flour.
This is
just a fine flour from.
this is all-purpose flour.
Yes,
just regular white
flour.
flour.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
I'm
use.
just going to give you a little bit more room.
So this is like a cup. I'm
Right.
gonna put it in there. I will put like little bit of
A quarter teaspoon of salt.
not even quarter, less than this much, just to give them a little bit taste.
Right.
And I will put little sugar.
Oh, you put sugar too? Wow.
Yes, so that's give you more sugar. I give like a teaspoon.
Teaspoon of sugar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Teaspoon of sugar, and then I need oil, which I'm gonna do 2 teaspoons. This is it, right?
So 2 teaspoons of oil goes into it too.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm gonna put the water. If you want, you can like put little warm water, so it the bread comes little soft.
Okay.
So a little less than half cup. If you need it, you can add little more. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little more, less than this.
So you just use your fingers and you need?
Yes, to mix it. So then you just have to mix it. If you need little bit water, you can put it on, but
you cannot take it out if you put too much.
no. Then you have to keep adding adding flour on it.
So you're making a slightly stiffer dough then?
Yes.
Right. So it's
And
easy
you
to
can use like also like wheat flour.
Yes.
So a lot of people, if you're health conscious, you can use this. So I think I need little more water, so I can put little more. So actually it's.
Again, it depends on the brand of your flour, because some flour take a little more water.
Yes.
And also how dry the air is. So all of that. So everything always, when it comes to leavened breads, it's always, you have to use your discretion. So that's where also being seasoned cook, you figure it out.
Plus, if you have a food processor at home, it's really easy. I use most of the time food processor because you don't have to do anything.
A food processor, not a KitchenAid or one of those?
Yeah, the one you can slice vegetable.
Yeah,
and
so
stuff,
that is
the
a food processor.
Food processor, yeah. And you
Yes,
can
there is
just
a dough maker in that
yeah,
one too.
there is a dough maker, and then you don't have to do like hard work. It's very easy, and it comes really soft. So,
But that's why our parents and grandparents didn't need the gym, because they,
Yeah.
that kneading action is actually very good for your
Exercise, yeah.
carpal tunnels and stuff like that. So it's all good.
So I'm gonna leave this dough for a little bit, and then do you have one more
A paper towel? Yes, I do. You need 2 to cover it over, right? But generally, you put a napkin over to cover
Yeah,
that.
I will. So if you like, do little bit, put water and make it
Moist.
It's gonna make some little moist, so you
Right.
can just put it like this.
So it doesn't dry out.
Yeah, it doesn't dry. Otherwise, it's gonna get dry out.
Right. So now you're doing what we call an acorn squash.
Yes.
So you want to just point out what the acorn squash looks like?
So actually, I'm gonna show you. So this was the full one. I'm cooking half, and this is any supermarket you go there, you can see this always, and a lot of people wondering how we cook this. So, but very easy to cook, and I kept a little. I cut and made it ready because it takes little time to cut it. But I'm gonna show you. I have a piece. How I cut it. So I'm gonna show you that. So,
And the way to recognize it is a little bit, it has some ridges around there.
yes. But the squash I'm cooking, you can follow the recipe for other squash also.
Yes.
But this is all the time you go to the supermarket, you can find this squash.
Oh,
you don't,
right. All
yeah.
12 months of the
Yeah,
year.
yeah,
Other
you
squash, you'll only find it over fall.
Yeah. So
Right.
some of them like seasonable.
Yes,
So this is good. And I'll show you. So this is the piece I cut it over there. So I'm going to show you how to. It's very easy. You just make it small piece.
So first of all, you cut it in half, you remove the seeds, and you're now putting it together like that.
You can leave the skin if you want. You can take it out, but I really like the skin because all the vitamin C is on the skin.
Yes, absolutely. All the nutrients
and
are
it's
on the skin.
very healthy too.
Yes.
So I'm gonna
A
heat
good
up.
supply of vitamin A
Yes.
over and above all the other ones.
Also, I will use onions. So I cut like, you can use like red onions or yellow, but today I'm using this one, and I cut like 1 onion. I'm gonna use half of it. Okay, so
Yeah, your pot is ready for you
Okay,
whenever you
so-
are.
and then I am gonna take 4 cube of garlic, and I'm gonna cut it like small pieces.
This oil is hotter.
No, it's good. So,
So you put the onion and the garlic together.
that's it. I like when I cook, I cut my stuff and cook in the same time. Like sometimes people cut it and make it ready, but I like to do it like fresh right away.
Uh-huh.
So
Well, you fast enough to do that. Not everybody is fast. Especially when you have an induction stove, you need to be extra fast. And again, you control the temperature, right?
yes, that's good. It's not that too hot. So and then I'm gonna put like 4
Okay.
piece of this is like dry
Chilies,
chilies.
yes.
Yeah.
That gives you the heat.
Yeah. It's
The heat of the day.
yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit of spice, and then I will put like this one. This is a teaspoon of
Turmeric.
turmeric. Yeah.
To add more to your... And the pepper and the turmeric together makes it very good for the body
And
to absorb.
This one, the patron, like the 5 mixed
The
spice.
spice,
It's
Punch means 5.
yeah. This is like, if you want to use it, you can use it. If you don't want it, it's fine. But this give you a little bit of a spice. That's
Right.
all. So I'm gonna use that.
And if you want to just use the one thing, like If you have just mustard and cumin, you're okay to just use it.
Yes.
If you just got mustard, you can use just mustard. If you just got the onion seeds, you can just use the onion seeds. Each one gives a different element of flavor and value to the dish too.
That's
the
right.
absolutely
That's
different
right.
value to the dish.
And then one more thing I'm gonna use. I always use on the only if you're
Sugar.
using the Acorn squash, because those are kind of sweet, and if you add little bit of sugar, it's gonna give you like little more sweeter. So I'll do like 1 teaspoon. This is like half, right?
Yes, half a teaspoon.
So I'm gonna do 1. Okay, so that's good. Now I will put this. So this is a lot of squash.
It is. So all these flavors now nicely amalgamate nicely, yes. And it makes a very good flavorful acorn squash.
Yeah. And then
and for those that are staying away from oil, all you need to do is heat your pot. And I would put the panchapuran first, and then put my chilies, and then add my onions and saute very slowly.
Slowly, yep.
And with the garlic.
The salt, if you want to use it, you can use it, because I use salt with everything.
And yes, if you're doing SOS, you can do that, meaning no salt, no oil, no sugar. You can omit the oil, you could omit this sugar, and you can omit this oil, salt. But and when you're frying your onions without oil, you need to add a little bit of water.
Yes.
So that you can caramelize your onion. Or if you feel like you want to use a vegetable broth, you can.
If you are like cooking really slow, when your oil is, if you put the onion and if you cook it little slow, you don't need to put oil, because it became soft. Because I did not use any oil. Sometimes this type of very soft, so when you put oil, it's gonna get soggy. But if you want to like have dry and like the size you cut, like the same that, it's not gonna break anything. So try to not to put water. Use the water from the vegetable.
As the actual acorn squash has enough liquid in it that will help to soften the vegetable. So no need. I know people would put the thing on high and tend to go and add some water. And yes, you're not going to get your vegetable like the way you cut it. You're going to get more like a mash.
Still you'll see it's going to mash a little bit. But if you have water, it's got more mash.
Right.
So
this, I'll say, without the oil, is actually a very low calorie food. Can eat a lot of food too. For people that are watching their weight. And for health reasons. You don't want to use oil because it's all processed.
That's right. Sometimes if you want, you can use olive oil. Olive oil is also good. Like I'm using canola oil, but olive oil also, you need some oil too on your body, I think. So olive oil also good. If you don't want to put oil, you don't have to. Yes. All right. So it's always good to leave it open when you're cooking, so it does not get too soft.
Right.
Because stir fry, always want it to be like no cover. Okay. So it's so I'm gonna be. So this is, while it's this cooking, I can start rolling my bread. So now look at the dough. It's really soft.
Right.
You see?
On standing, it got soft.
And I'm gonna make a little bit like. I can make like four parotta out of it.
Okay.
So this is good. So now I can start one. This is, if you make it on the food processor, it'll be more soft.
Because it needs more?
Okay. Now, after you cut this, I'm gonna put like little bit of oil, so it's give you the layer,
flakiness of the thing.
So you put little bit of oil, and then you put little bit of flour in there. Then you fold it. And then see, this is how
simple.
Then you have to
next step. So you do all of them the same way.
You can make it round shape. You can make square, whatever you want.
Yes, you can use this whatever flour you want to. So not necessarily. If you want to make it gluten free, I would say cassava flour may be one of the better flours to use. I find it easier to work with the cassava flour than maybe millet or jowar. Is it? You have jowar flour? Do you make roti with jowar flour?
You can use like any type of flour, but the recipe is always kind of same. So
the first time I'm seeing
how to make a layer.
No, you have the ribs on the.
So now I made the dough. Now I'm gonna make it like
rolled it out, and ready to cook.
A lot of people like when they make the rolled out, they use like oil. I'm using the flour.
Right. Yes, and if you put too much of oil in it,
because I already put it inside, so it should be fine.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it's fine.
You can, the thinner you make, it'll be more tasty.
Okay. So it's the knack in how to roll, right?
Yeah. You just try to roll it on the, make it like a square shape.
And everything comes with practice.
Always.
So don't get despondent the first time you use it.
Maybe on the first time it cannot be right. So just try.
So that's what you want, right?
Yes. See how it looks nice? Little bit brown.
Add a little bit more color, huh?
Yeah.
I enjoy this best just roasted, this acorn squash. It reminds me of something we call butternut.
This is how it looks, but if you want, you can like make more bigger. But this is, I think this is good enough for now.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's little thick. The frying, whatever way you want it, but you can use butter, like I said, ghee, or let it heat it up a little bit. Otherwise, you'll get the smell of oil.
Right.
So
yes. Yeah. It's actually heated. I can smell the oil hot.
Okay, so I can put one of them.
Yep. Yeah, I normally just
fry.
I don't put any oil. I first cook it and then later put the ghee in.
Okay.
So we have these bubbles here. This is time for it to be turned. There we go. That's what that is.
So you just have to
press it like
that. So you don't get the taste of like raw flour.
There you go.
So this is good. It's see how this
it
rises because I put the oil in there, and then when you're eating, you will see there is a lot of like layer on it.
Yes.
Okay. So
see that.
Yeah. See how it looks really good on the canvas. It's nice. All right. So this one is done.
not very hygienic to do this because you're going to use, if you want to, there you go.
Maybe we should put the
High and lower?
lower, yeah. So maybe a little more.
So we are seasoned cooks. Our hands know how to handle this.
But
So don't do this at home. You use a utensil. This may not be the right utensil if you have a spatula of any kind, or they're frying. This wooden one, I mean, works now, but it's not the ideal.
No.
I
The
think we got it too low now.
Yeah.
What's that?
I can put a little bit of butter, otherwise it's not gonna.
The difference between me and others, right? There, we want to
Okay,
do-
good. Now it looks good on the.
You want to?
Yep. So all 4 of them is done. So the only thing we just need to fry it. So I fried one with the oil, and this one we are doing it the butter.
Ghee with butter,
Yeah.
yes. But ghee is, you won't get these black.
No.
In the hot pan, ghee will not give you the black residue like the butter has.
Right.
Is it salted butter?
It's salted.
Yeah, so you get even more residue. This is either getting too hot or too cold, huh?
You have to control the
Yes.
heat whenever you are cooking something. You have to make it little. You will know when you're making it. You will see when it's burning. Just try to do a little low heat.
But you can see this is also starting to fluff up a little
Yeah.
bit too.
This one is done.
Yeah, it's ready.
Yeah, looks
Definitely
nice.
ready.
Okay, so I'm gonna put a little. Okay. Now I'm gonna do my second one.
I mean the third. So the next dish is you're making okra. For that, you're just using turmeric, salt, chilies,
Chili
okra,
and oil. Very simple recipes, and it's very tasty. You can eat it with rice and bread, whatever. So same thing. I am using like 3/4 cup of oil.
So heat the oil first.
Yeah, it's a little less.
more like a quarter
yeah,
cup.
1/4 cup. So
Okay, the pot is already hot.
okay, so I'm gonna put that in. Then I'm gonna cut the onion.
You have a nice sharp knife.
Yes.
Did you bring your own knife?
No, this is yours.
Oh, okay.
So you can just put it in, slide it in. The onions.
You want me to stir a little bit?
It's fine.
There we go.
Maybe can you lower a little bit? Okay. And then I will just. This is optional if you want to use or if you don't want to use turmeric.
Turmeric powder.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's up to you. But it's give you a nice color and also good for your health. Turmeric. Now a lot of restaurants they use for a lot of stuff. So
And
I
the
put
oil also helps to with the. And then you're going to be putting some chilies that will help.
chili is
absorb
also
the turmeric.
optional too, and I'm doing like salt because it need a little bit of salt. And then this is if you want to put it in, you can put it in. Try to get the red color or orange one, so that gives you don't like by mistakenly bite on them. So because this is really.
I think this is more than enough for our studio guests. They won't be able to eat too hot.
Too hot for them.
Right. So you can see it's nicely fried. The onion is nicely fried already.
And then the okra, you can use the fresh one or like frozen pack, whatever, because most of the time this is seasonal also, you cannot get it. But the frozen one, you can always get it in the supermarket. They have
frozen
like
section.
Frozen section. And it's like you keep it on your freeze. It's easy to cook. So if you need something fast and quick, this is the best recipe for you. And this is my daughter's favorite dish. So a lot of people don't like okra because I don't know, maybe
slimy.
Yeah, because of the slimy. But when you cook it this way, it's not gonna be slimy. I'm telling you. And you don't put any cover. You just
yes, you don't put
leave
any
it.
cover and don't stir too much either.
No. That's it. This is very easy, simple. Now you just have to wait. You put little bit of like high on this one, but not too high to get burned, because then it takes the water out and it makes it dry, not slimy.
Right.
So, okay, so this same thing you can use ghee or butter. So I am using butter because I use a lot of time butter, and it's like I'm making this is like I'm making half of it.
Okay. So we're going to be placing it right here. So our next dish, you're going to be using vermicelli, which is already roasted, bought ready from the store, correct? And if you don't have roasted one, you can actually put a little bit of ghee and roast it on the pan.
I am going to roast it a little more because then it does not get too. If you don't have like really roasted, it makes like sticky together and it doesn't come floppy taste. And I'm like,
and then you add butter, some
butter, like maybe 3/4 of it in here.
It's about 2 tablespoons of butter.
And then I'm gonna put like 2 or 3 bay leaves.
Bay leaves, believe it or not, helps control cholesterol.
Also, it's give you a nice smell of it. And then maybe you can do like 1 teaspoon of raisin, or if you want to put little more, maybe 10-20 of them.
Okay.
And then you put some
slivered nuts, slivered almonds.
Yeah, almonds, sliced almonds. So you just mix it. I'm gonna take the lower heat.
You want it lower?
Yeah. Okay, good. Now you're gonna put the Shemai in there. I'm gonna put the whole thing. It's like almost 1 bag in here. So,
but 7 ounces.
Yeah. And then if you just have to roast it. Now I can put little high heat. This is very messy when you are cooking, so you need little bigger pot to cook.
Yes.
So like if you have like really big, it's not gonna fly out and stuff when you're turning them.
Want me to stir this?
Yeah, if you can. And then I'm gonna put like 4
tablespoons.
4 tablespoons.
That's 1/4 cup of sugar.
Yeah, because this is sweet.
Yes.
You want like something sweet and tasty.
And you're using sweetened coconut, I noticed.
Yes, and I'm gonna use. But those coconut, it's don't have too much sweet. It just
well, yeah, it's added sugar.
Yeah, it's added sugar. So I'm gonna do like 3/4 cup. This is this is whatever you want. You can put it in, but it's
your recipe said 1/2 cup, right?
Yeah. Little more. I think that's good enough.
Are you making like a dry vermicelli? Like
Yes.
A dry version?
Yeah. It's called Pulao Shemai.
Ah, okay.
So like 2 cup of it. You all have to watch for the like how hot you're doing on your.
How high the heat is.
Yeah, how high heat is it? I think I have a little bit burned, but I think it'll be fine. Now you have to put it really low. So now this is almost done. So I'm gonna put like 5 or 6 is right. Cardamom, and then maybe a little bit of cinnamon, just to stick. Like 2 of them, I put it in. It just to give you the smell. Like when you open it,
and
you will get the flavor of it. Yes, this is almost done. So I can like just leave it for 2 more minutes, just to be give this the spice, just the cardamom and cinnamon smell.
Right.
So then it'll be good.
Yet another good sumptuous meal
Yes.
2 savory dishes together with the leavened bread to go with it. Believe it or not, okra actually has some protein too.
Of course.
Has lots of different things, and very nutritious. And then you have a little bit more carbs on the other side with the vermicelli.
Right.
Okay, so you're going to show us how you'd like to plate
Sure.
it?
So I will, because the bread I'm going to put on the middle. Okay, you can, if you want, you can cut them little slices too. I think like this.
Okay.
And then I will do the okra. So this 2 are vases you're going to use with the bread.
All right. So you're trying to get everything in there?
Yeah, I'm going to try to put everything in there. So that's
Okay.
done. And then I'm going to do, this is the acorn squash we fried. So all right. And I'll do, and I use this for the,
That's got chili.
oh, it
Either
is?
one.
Okay, so I'm going to use the other, I'm sorry, I didn't realize the other one. And this is the dessert. It smells so good. All right.
Okay, there's our plated dish right there.
So it has okra and then has acorn squash, the parotta, and this is dessert which is sweet. We call it Shemai. It's really good.
Yes.
And this has like something special. When is our holiday, it's Eid. You have to have this, otherwise you can't say it's Eid day. So we always have that.
It has a very big influence in many Indian home.
Right.
For lots of different holidays, and especially with you guys, it's Eid,
Eid,
right?
yes.
Right. So yes, there we
So
go. It's our
here's all
delicious,
dishes.
our delicious meal in one. That everybody would love to eat at any time. And it's normally the bread is broken and eaten with that, and that is just eaten on its own.
Just own, yeah.
Sometimes you put ice cream or fresh cream and have that.
Yes.
So, Pervin, you helped me do this again, present our audience with a delicious, wholesome vegetarian meal.
Thank you so much for giving your platform to use my recipes. I'm really enjoying with you. And this is my second time, and I really loved it. It's really good to show how the cooking is when you're cooking different type of food, and you can teach other people. I think it's very good, and then you can taste your different flavor on there. So
Yes, I mean, different people have different ways of cooking. Everybody knows okra and gumbo.
Right.
But, you can do it so many different other styles.
Ways.
The same way with acorn squash. Everybody knows a roasted acorn squash. But you can, again, add different spices and you got a different dish. You can make it as healthy as you want. You can make it as unhealthy as you want. So
as
again,
tasty you want to.
Yes.
So
again, thank you so much for joining me on Flavourful Eats. And as always, recipes are always available. And any comments, you can write to flavorfuleats@gmail.com. And available 24/7 on ActonTV.org or our YouTube place of Flavourful Eats. And from Pervin, thank you.
Thank you, Hamsha. And thank you, ActonTV, to give me a chance to.
I am your host, Hamsha Naidu. Till we meet again, be healthy, be safe, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.